Namaste yogis and lovers of wellness, and welcome back to the Yogi Blair YouTube channel. Today is a yoga video where we're going to do some grounding and get some grounding exercises in, both mental and physical. But before we get into that, if you are new to my channel, I want to be the first to welcome you here. My name is Vanessa Blair Ferris, and I am a certified registered yoga instructor, and it is my passion to share yoga and wellness with anybody that needs it, but especially those healing from trauma. And I'm actually talking about that more in my yoga journey videos. I will link that up here if you'd like to check that out, and why this cause is so important to me. I'd be thrilled if you would do that. So today we're going to do some grounding videos. Today I am wearing the Fabletics yoga pants that I purchased. I will link my Fabletics review here, and we'll see how these perform today. So go ahead, if you have not already, make sure that you do some centering or some grounding, do some exercises, some breathing exercises. If you want to participate in one of my centering videos, there are 3 on my channel. You can limber on my channel, or you can just start by doing some basic stretching to just feel a little more loose. And then I have a sun salutation video that I will link here, and you can go ahead and warm up with that, or however else you prefer to warm up. And we'll meet at the top of our mat in Tadasana, mountain pose. So go ahead and start at the top of your mat in Tadasana, mountain pose. So we are rooting into the feet. I like to take my feet hip bone width apart, lift the toes, spread them wide, set them back on the mat. Feel how that just flattens your foot into your mat, almost as if you're picking something up with your toes. Get the knees right over the ankles, get the hips right over the knees. Start to engage everything here. Hug muscle to bone in the thighs. Let your arms be active at your sides, palms turned forward. Or you can always bring the hands to heart for Samasthiti, your choice. Have a slight tuck to the chin here. Draw the chin back. Feel into your spine here. Feel if it's neutral. Is there an overarching in your low back? If so, try to tuck the tailbone slightly. Are the shoulders creeping up by the ears? Really think of your arms being heavy and weighted at your sides. And then bring your awareness into the feet. This is a very grounding pose. Think of a strong mountain and how tall and how vast and how steady it is. And feel that heaviness in your feet. Feel the feet rooting into the mat. A grounding exercise that we can do is visualizing roots growing in through the feet into the mat beneath you. And as those roots continue to grow into the earth, feeling the body become more steady. And throughout our practice today, visualize those roots in the feet. Feel grounding in the feet, always finding the 4 corners of the feet. The 2 sides of the ball of your foot, just beneath the toes, and the 2 sides of the back of your heel. Take a big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale to reach the arms up overhead. The gaze can follow the hands. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center if they're not already there. Let's find a tree pose, Vrikshasana. So let's ground into the right foot first. Start to peel the left toes off of the mat. Another grounding pose here. We can kickstand. We can take our foot to the inside of your shin. You can bring your foot to the inside of your thigh. It's just completely up to you. Find those roots in the right foot. Feel those roots growing deeper into the earth. Find a drishti, a focal point. Release the hands. Take your left hand and take your peace fingers and thumb around your left big toe. And release that foot from wherever it is. You can stay here. We're prepping for Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Keep the foot flexed. See if you can start to extend your leg. If you need to keep a bend in your knee like so, you absolutely can. If you can extend that leg, more power to you. Reach with that right hand. Find balance. If there's a wall behind you, you can use that for some support. Keep that drishti and keep those roots growing in that right foot. Option to open the hip out to the side. These standing balancing poses help us ground because we're focused. Keep all that attention in that right foot. Bring that left foot back through center. Take your right peace fingers and thumb to the foot if you can. Option to take a twist, reaching that left hand behind you. Gaze can follow the left hand, or you can look straight ahead. Take that left hand back in front. Start to bend your knee and grab onto either the inside or outside of your ankle or the top of your foot. If you have your ankle, flex your foot. If you have the top of your foot, point your toes. Keep that knee in line, keep that hip in line. Look forward, find a gaze, start to arch through the low back and press your foot up to the ceiling. This is not about getting the chest to the floor. This is about keeping the heart lifted. Do what you want with your right hand. It can reach out. It can reach back for your foot. Nadarajasana, dancer pose. Release your foot. Find a warrior three. And then let's step it back to a high lunge, Ashtachandrasana. In our high lunge, feel that left ball of the foot pressing into the mat. Feel the four corners of your front foot that is flat on the floor. Take a breath in. Exhale, find a warrior two, spin that back foot flat. Ooh, my hip just popped. Did you hear that? As long as it doesn't hurt, we're good. Take that right forearm either to your thigh or reach that right hand down to the floor, finding extended side angle. Spin it wide on your mat, finding a wide-legged forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. We can pigeon toe the feet like mine. Your feet can just face forward. It really just depends on what's comfortable to you. Find that fold. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Set the hips off to the left side. Skandasana, side squat. Option to keep the hands on the floor, or you can lift them to heart center. If you're practicing on carpet like me, I know I've mentioned this before, it is a lot more challenging. Your feet don't really have a nice flat surface to grip on because the carpet is always moving. So don't beat yourself up if you're a little wobbly, it's okay. Lift the hips, find that squat on the other side. Ooh. Bring your hands down to your mat. Turn to the front of your mat. Drop the back knee, Anjaneyasana. Sink the hips. Exhale the hands down to the floor. Curl the back toes. See if you can find standing splits. If you flex your foot and point your toes down, your hip's not going to open as much. If you want to open the hip, point the toes.
And see if you can walk your hands close to your standing leg. This is not one of my stronger poses. I don't have open hips. I don't have flexible legs. Bend that knee. Come back to standing. Keep a bend into the knees. Roll the body up. Tadasana. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Grounding into your left foot. Find that tree. Whichever version you feel like taking today. Feel those roots growing. Take the peace fingers and thumb to the big toe. And again, we can prep here. You can start to extend and keep that leg bent. Reach out for balance, or you can extend that leg. You can take it out to the side if your wall's not in the way. Bring it back through center. Take your left peace fingers and thumb around your right big toe. Open her up. Bring it back through center. Release your foot, bend the knee. Find your dancer pose.
Guys, I totally forgot to put the warrior 3 on this side, so make sure to even yourself out with a warrior 3.
High lunge. Take a breath in. Exhale, warrior 2. Exhale. Extended side angle. Utthita Parshvakonasana. Inhale up. Find your wide-legged forward fold. I will turn towards you so that you're not looking at my butt. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend into your right knee. Find Skandasana this side. This time if you want to bind, you can take your right hand in front of your shin. Left arm wraps around the low back. Open the shoulders. Release your bind. Inhale to lift the hips. Exhale, set them off to the other side. Option to bind here. Release. Turn it towards the front end of your mat. Find your low lunge on this side. Left foot is in front this time. Exhale, hands to your mat. See if you can find your standing splits on this side. Always an option to open the hips, stacking the hips. Point your toe. Put a bend into your knee. Bring it back to center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step back to your plank, run through a flow, or find your down dog. Let's inhale to lift the right leg in the air. Bend the knee. See if you can bring your right elbow or your right knee to your right elbow. Find chaturanga arms. Start to extend that right leg out. See if you can take off here for Kundinyasana. And then find your three-legged dog. Exhale, lower the foot. And then inhale, left leg lifts, bend the knee, knee to elbow, chaturanga arms, extend the foot. Your right temple comes pretty close to the floor. And then bring it back. Three-leg dog. Drop the knee. Find your child's pose, another grounding pose. A very calming pose. Inhale, lift up. Set the hips off to the side. Swing the legs around. Send the legs long. Flex through the feet. Start to fold forward. See if you can take your left hand to the outside of your right foot. Option to reach your right hand behind you. Option to lift the leg. Exhale, release. Come back through center, take that to the other side. Left hand reaches behind. Right foot grabs the outside of the left foot. Release. Option to take peace fingers and thumbs around big toes. Start to bend your knees. Navasana. Option to open the hips here. Just a little bit different of a pose. Core must stay engaged to keep yourself up. Bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet together, find Baddha Konasana. Inhale for length, exhale to fold. Inhale to come up. Slowly keep the feet together. Recline onto your mat for Supta Baddha Konasana, a very calming, grounding pose. You can find triple diamond, making a diamond shape with your thumb and index fingers and bring that overhead, bending the elbows. You can rest the hands on the heart and the belly, or both on the belly or at your sides, doesn't matter. If Happy Baby is a part of your practice and you would like to go there, you may. I don't do this a ton in my classes, but it is always an option. People do like it. You can grab the outer edges of your feet, or you can take peace fingers and thumbs around big toes again. We want to guide the knees towards the underarms while keeping the low back stamped into the mat. And you can even extend the legs. Hug the knees into the chest, find Apanasana. Take a twist to the right. Inhale up, twist to the left. Inhale up, find your Shavasana. Take your time if you need to pause this video to set up any music, any candles, incense, whatever is right for you. And then taking that reclined pose. Shavasana is a very grounding experience. Let go of whatever you might be holding on to. And stay here as long as you need, 5, 10, 20 minutes. You can even turn on the Calm app, which I will link below. And you can do a meditation for this time if that's more comfortable to you. And once you're finished, wiggle the fingers and the toes. Roll off to your side. Take a moment for gratitude and press yourself up to seated. Bringing our hands to the earth beside us, we'll inhale to lift the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. I wish happiness and freedom to all living things, and may the words, thoughts, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to happiness and freedom for all. My friends, thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.